was in the gutter business previously. I was looking for my own little niche in construction. I had sold a variety of products and understood that, if you could produce something and sell it to a consumer, there's a lot of money to be made there in a variety of trades. And I very easily picked up on the trade, the basic nuts and bolts of it, was able to sell a lot of gutters very quickly. So we started that business. Simple products, simple turnaround, and an awesome marketplace for gutters because we're like the 5th most hailed upon town in the world. Because my partner kept cash at the quip, didn't have any credit, and we didn't have any money to invest in trucks or machines or facilities or anything that would have either A, improved our margins, or B, improved our capacity. We were just done expanding. We were operating with used U-Haul trucks, all of which had like 200,000 miles on them, but those were the trucks we could afford to, scrape $5,000 together and go pay cash. And ultimately, that was why I had walked away from him. I had stellar credit, and I wasn't going to get it ruined because he understood pay us before pay the bills. I had to pay off a $30,000 material bill a year after I had walked away, and for that I had negotiated a crappy roached out U-Haul box truck and a crappy roached out old red 5-inch gutter machine. And with my $30,000 in debt and those two things, I decided to get back into business and make the gutter business pay for itself. I hated that I had to walk away from that previous business, but I didn't really get to build the business that I wanted. Well, since I got back into business, I was slowly collecting old clients of mine that were being underserved by my previous company. But scaling is tricky. You got to have volume. You can't just build for now, run out of work, and then be overbuilt for your actual volume. So I needed to make sure I was going to have actual jobs for people. You got to have a good job, and you got to have a good seat for a good butt before you'll attract a good butt to come work for you. So before I hired the guys, it's funny, I had gotten rid of the old U-Haul. I had bought a little box truck. I bought a trailer. I bought a long box diesel truck to pull the trailer, put the machine inside it. And even though I wasn't actually getting work done with Ableman employees, I was using subs. My subs were like, why you got that stuff there? I'm like, just getting it on deck. It all just came together. It's the weirdest damn thing. I couldn't afford to have 4 brand new box trucks. And it was at that point, I hired my first guys like late last September. First week of October, Q4 was the first payroll we ever had. But from there, we went from that long box and a trailer and a little box truck and 1 machine to now 4 machines. But I don't know if I got lucky. I don't know if I did it right. I just knew I couldn't get good guys without a real, actual, tangible job for people that put food on the table week after week. And when I knew I had that, it gave me the confidence to bring those guys in. What makes me unique compared to the guys that are like me is I'm smaller. I like to think we can be more responsive. I've got good capacity right on deck for whatever the phone rings with. I'm ready to act. I'm ready to move. I got good guys. People are amazed because all the people I have are construction guys that somehow would rather be working than be at the bar. That's a tremendous asset. Without that, I can't go sell anything, or I can go sell very little and trust that it's going to get done right. So strength is the fact I can get it all done in-house. Strength is also the boss's optimism and ability to close a deal. I'm really, really good at what I do. I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I'm the pure difference in stuff getting done or not getting done. And I take a lot of pride in that. We're in an easy trade, but a tough business in a dog-eat-dog town. Something's got to make the difference. If you reduce it down to, a lot of guys can do gutters. I don't know. Sometimes the difference just has to be the guy on top setting the right culture and the right attitude for their guys before they even get to the job. When calamity strikes and solid people get damaged, they deserve solid and reputable people to put them back together that'll do it right, not cut corners, and not hose them in any fashion. Just handle them respectfully, treat their house like it was, their own house, and do everything above board and honestly. And that's really all we try to do. And that's how I built my business forever. I anticipated volume around 1.5 million, which would have been about 250% more than last year. My previous business never quite did a million, like got up to 990,000 in volume, and that was running two and a half trucks. Well, I've got 4 trucks and a 5th on deck if I want to put a machine in it. I've got the capacity to certainly do double what the previous company did. We're at about 450 right now, getting towards 5, which is a really solid spring. But I got a hold of you guys ahead of time. I needed help with my books. I believe that was maybe middle of last year, maybe a year ago. So I was anticipating the growth and was trying to get ahead of all that and try to get some stuff locked down, or at least headed in the right direction. I had put all of these assets in place to handle that kind of volume and more. Could be that 1.5 or 1.6 was low, and I just tweaked my website to go up to Summit County, which is the closest ski area towns. But it's a great marketplace, starved for good gutter people that I could never attack before with my previous company because I didn't have trucks that could drive up a mountain. I mean, honestly, if somebody called me from too far up the hill, I had to say, you know what, I can't do that. I'd love to, but it does me no good to go do one job up there that kills my truck. So those were the horrible decisions I used to have to make. I would say certainly somebody needs to do your books. Somebody needs to get on it. I've had a great experience with you guys. I mean, I was hesitant at first to go out of state with everything, but I was experiencing that people who wanted the work here wanted to do it all remotely anyhow. And you guys, provided a team and a team's worth of services. And I would say consider a few things. Can they get it done for you? Can they get it done right? And when something's wrong, can you communicate with them and can you get it fixed? The fact that you're doing my payroll and all I've got to do is send an email to Caitlin that says, hey, I'm filling out this PPP paperwork. I need Q4 numbers and Q1 numbers. I think that's it. I had them within like 30 minutes. That's the easiest application I ever filled out for almost $60,000. But with the forms that you guys gave me and about a 5-minute application, I was applied and a week later approved and the money was coming. So you guys really helped out on that. Thank you so much.